What is up, y'all? Welcome to another Monday night live water change stream. Uh, what is up? So, if it's your first time coming here for a Monday night stream, I do water changes on this live stream. I saw someone in the chat. Is he really doing water changes? Yeah. Um, when I started doing this live stream, it's my third one of the week. I do 3 live streams a week, and that makes it kind of tough to get any water changes done. And I not only do live streams, but I'm on a bunch of different live streams as well. So I decided to just go ahead like a month ago and start doing them while I live stream, and everybody likes it. They get to see how goofy it is. Like, I have a lot of close calls, and yeah, I like dropped the water hose last week and water sprayed everywhere. It's crazy. Basically, everyone makes fun of me while I change water. Last week I started early because someone was going after me. I didn't start at all yet this week. I've got everything prepped. But the first 10 minutes or so, I go into the chat, and then after that, I get busy. It takes about an hour and a half for me to change them. So I did put a poll up. If you guys haven't ever done a poll, if you're on a mobile, you touch in the middle of my nose, and then it pulls the eye icon right up here at the top right hand corner of the screen. And basically, the poll tonight is, will I overflow a tank? I've came really close. This little 20-gallon long back here, 2 weeks in a row, I've almost overfilled it. What other tank? The 10-gallon, I think, was the last tank to fill last week, which creates a little problem because if it gets full, I have to run all the way to the sink. There's lots of crazy... When you're doing a live stream, and you're the one doing the live stream, you get up here, and then people like Candy last week, she was asking me to tell a story to sidetrack me to where I would almost overflow a tank. So that creates some anxiety, and then you almost, and then some of the tanks look like they're full on video, but they're not really. So people start telling me that they're overflowing, and then you start getting panicked and stuff. It's really a great time. It's surprising. People stay for the whole thing. So if you haven't ever been to one of these, you're missing out. It's really a good time. So let's go to the chat, see who all is here. I know that my good buddy over in the UK, Dougie from Bald and Dangerous, was first in the chat. And the reason why I know that is because he told me about it over and over again. What is up, Dougie? You won. You're the first to the chat. You've regained your crown. Welcome to the live stream tonight. Really good to see you. Tampa Tom is in the house. What is up, Tampa Tom? Turbo Fish is here. Keith Boardley. Sunshine Aquatics. Jeff Peterson. Mob Guppy is here. What's up, Peter? Blue is here. What is up, Blue? Loaves and Fishes. Derek Runyon. Let's see, who else? Strawberry Sprinkles is here. Carbon Really. David Gilkison. John Bedker, Daryl Deemer, Bear Bottom Aquatics. What's up, guys? Yeah, hashtag Uncle Jeffro. Oh, man. Bob's stream was kind of fun a little bit ago. Reels Tanks. What's up, buddy? Let's see here. No, I'm not refilling yet, John. I just got the hose in here and then the pump ready. Ken Amy is in the house. By the way, guys, Ken Amy, while I was doing my Saturday night live stream, I think I went for 3 hours and 15 minutes Saturday night. He made a logo for me during the stream and sent it to me afterwards, and that is the finished product. If you guys have seen my new logo, I thought he did a really good job. It was exactly what was in my brain. I mean, it's exactly... The only thing I'm concerned about on it is I tried over at Teespring today to get it put on a shirt, because I wanted to order me a sweatshirt immediately and then put some shirts on with the new logo, and it said the image wasn't, what did it say? It was something about the image wasn't, it wasn't a good enough image. I can't remember what the terminology was for it. So I got to figure out, I don't know if it's because it's weathered. I don't know. I really don't know, but I love the logo. It's exactly what I wanted. I mean, it's pretty cool. So thank you, Ken, while you're here. I really appreciate that. That was awesome. Let's see here. Daryl Deemer is in the house. Taco Man Aquatics. What is up, guys? Island Queen is here. What's up, Darcy? The Meat Man's here. Jeffro, what's up? Said in 90s Budweiser commercial voice. Yeah, really? Oh, that's a good one. Darcy says she's going to be right back. She's going to go share it. Thanks a lot, Darcy. Appreciate it. Let's see here. Whoops. Jamie McDonald's in the house. What's up, Jamie? $5 in super chats, and Jeffro eats an algae. Did we get a super chat? Let me see here. Oh, we got a super chat from David Gilkison for $5 at Turbofish Done. Okay. All right. Candy Overalls is in the house. What's up, Candy? If you guys didn't know it, Candy's getting a new pet because of the last live stream. I was like, oh my gosh. People like Bob, you know they've never had kids before, because it's like, oh my gosh, once you tell a kid, it's like abuse if you don't let them have it. Sunshine Aquatics says, loving the new logo. Thanks a lot. I really love it too. Bear Bottom Aquatics says, I can't wait to watch this train wreck waiting to happen. Yeah, it gets pretty crazy, especially when people like Candy says it's overflowing, and you know, you trust Candy. People like Candy you always trust, so you're like jumping for the tank, and it's not really. Alhana Tazuki is in the house. Nope, we will yell at you to look at them. Yeah, no kidding, no kidding. All right, it's fooling me that I'm at the bottom of the chat, but I'm not really. Matthew Moore Cichlids is here. The Turtle Girl is here. Yeah, the algae wafer. Ugh, I don't know, David. I don't know. Let's see here. Mortal Slayer 82's here. What's up, Kevin? Ken Amy says logo is vector. Should be good to go. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I was stretching it out too far. Maybe I can go back and make the logo a little smaller on the shirt and it will accept. Susan for SLC Aquatics is in the house. Yeah, Ken is saying it's vectored, so. Maybe when I saved it, because I had my son do a transparency on it, maybe he saved it wrong after that. Because I have to have it transparent, otherwise all the black that's behind it will try to print on the shirt. So I had my son, he's got some kind of a app on his iPad that he can make anything transparent. So he had me make the logo transparent. Maybe that's what messed it up. Maybe I can have it vectored or whatever after that or something. I don't know. Charlie is in the house. What's up, Charlie? I was thinking about you the other day. I hadn't seen you in a while, so good to see you, buddy. Welcome to the live stream tonight. Let's see if I see anybody else here that I haven't said. All right. Hey, Uncle Jeffroz, I can't stay long, but I need your expertise. What would be a great showpiece Pleco for a community tank? I can do it if you send it to me. Oh, okay, cool. Sounds good, Jimmy. I'll do that. A good showpiece Pleco for a community tank. It really depends on what kind of fish you got in there, actually. But just off the hip, I'm gonna say, if you've got enough high flow, you could go with a high pancistrus like a L264 Sultan Pleco. Sometimes they're called the Vampire Pleco, but since it's a high pancistrus, it will be a meat eater. So you would have to feed it like shrimp or clams, you know, like the meat or whatever, stuff like that. And there's some pellets out there that you can feed them, or bloodworms and stuff like that. I really like the 264 because it's the gray variant. So it's got the spots on it, but the body is like a gray, and it's like real bright and poppy. But that kind of depends on what kind of fish you have in that tank too, you know, because High Pan Sister is kind of like a little bit of flow, you know. So like whenever I think of a community tank, I think of like a longer tank with a bunch of like smaller cichlids, or you know, friendly fish, I guess you would say. But you could go with some bristlenose plecos, you know, find like a real nice super red. Like I've got some really nice super reds too that are really bright. Um, you know, your limits are not very limited. You know, you're not very limited. Okay, let's see. Candy overalls. Jeffro is welching on his agreement to eat an algae wafer. Waiting on my motor to be built. Oh boy. Okay. So we're at 11 minutes. I'm going to start draining the tanks. And I will, for you guys that haven't been to one of these yet, we got 48 watching. For you guys that haven't been to one of these yet, when I start this, I'll start pumping down a tank. I like to do 2/3. On the big low boy, I've been doing a half on it twice a week. But on these, they'll all be 2/3, and I need you guys to help me not go too far. What's up, D? Alrighty. The first one is hooked up. Mile High Plecos is in the house. He says, eat a wafer. Alright, hang on a second. I'll rename this stream, he ate a Tetra Pleco wafer live. I gotta take my dip out. I can't have anything in my mouth when I'm taking a dip. Alrighty. Thanks for the super chat, Mikey. You jerk. Now I'll probably take out too much of that water back there. Alrighty. It's actually not that bad, guys. It's actually not that bad. It's really not that bad. Tastes like stale cornflakes. Alright, so now that we got that out of the way, anything else you guys want me to eat? Devin, it's not that bad. Like Mark Shrimp says, if he feeds it to his shrimp, what does he say? If you feed something to your fish, why wouldn't you eat it? But that's not always the case. I feed this to my fish, so it shouldn't It'd be bad for me. Yeah, I'm gonna put this in my work van in the cup holder and have me a snack all the time. That one's getting pretty close. Give us today our daily wafer, Jimmy. Oh man. Let's see here. What did KG Cichlid say? I clicked in at the right time. Yes. I figured that was what you were saying. It's really not that bad. Tastes like bad broccoli. Not really like bad broccoli, because bad broccoli kind of has a gassy smell to it, you know? It tastes like maybe stale broccoli. Alhana. Just like stale. And these are brand new. I just got these like a couple weeks ago. Just not much flavor to them. David Gilkison said, how much for frozen bloodworms? Frozen bloodworms, I would be throwing up all over the place. Do I need to remove bristlenose? Can I just remove the tubes? There's other adult males and females in there too. If you remove the tubes, it might stop them, but they're probably not going to be as prolific if you take the tubes out. But they still could lay eggs if there's males in the tank. If you take the males out, they won't lay eggs, even on the substrate or anything. I got some females right now that I can tell they're caved up, and if I put a male in there, they would spawn within 24 hours. But I keep my male out of there because there's 3 females in there and they'll produce like 200 eggs in 24 hours if I put the male in there. But I just don't put the male in there because I've got like 400 of them. Gotta change, man. Alrighty. What did I miss? Ugh. I'm like having to pick green algae wafer out of my teeth. Anybody else in? Oh, thanks a lot, David. We need to see an overflow tonight. Yep. Yep. It could very possibly, it very well could happen. Dougie says, my local supermarket is now selling smoked crickets as a snack or side dish. Yeah, no frozen bloodworms. That would be grotesque. Jeff Peterson says, can anyone help me? I'm trying to find pearl scale goldfish. Solid Gold channel, can't think of the girl's name. She hasn't made a video in like 2 months, but she was getting them from a breeder down local to her, I believe. I believe he's in Florida. His goldfish are amazing. So if you go back maybe 7 videos, 8 videos, somewhere around in there. I think she linked it up. The Turtle Girl's going to dinner. Thanks for stopping by. Getting close on that one. Did I have a flash? Somebody seen that I had a flash? Okay. Let's see here. So 54 punchy, maybe she can. She recently got some. That's a great idea. Her name is Jimmy from Liquid Silver. All right, I got to switch that tank real quick, guys. I got to cull shrimp real quick. Trying to keep only black ones in that tank. And I just saw a big adult golden back in there, so. Thanks, Candy. Eat the shrimp. No. No, I can't do that. They're my babies. Oh. $57 watching. Awesome. For water changes. Oh. Yeah, I went a little too far on that one. I almost went 50% on that one. I've got to thin out some guppy grass out of that thing. It's getting pretty thick. Yeah, thanks, Candy. What's in the can, Jeff? Bush Latte. If you look up Bush Latte commercial, there's a guy, I believe he's from Wisconsin. He does a commercial, and it's pretty funny. Bush Latte. I got some bass for all my culling. Yeah, I can't put any bass in there. I put all my culls in this tank right here, and they produce all kinds of different colors, and they're pretty cool, especially when like some of the females, like for lack of a better term, go and eat. It starts bringing out all the shrimp, and they start going everywhere. Like earlier, that's what was going on, because my females, they've been putting off pheromones. They're all in the caves, and whenever that happens, all my shrimp start, you know, everything just starts happening all at once. Devin says, Mr. Goldies, he will know a guy. It's the guy Jimmy did a vid on. You can find him on Instagram. Yeah, he's down in Hawaii, I believe. Alright, time to change. It's time to change tanks, guys. Ugh. Let's see. Rob Myers is in the house. What's up, Rob? Priscilla MK Art is in the house. She says fancy pants. What is up, Priscilla? Jeremy from Sergeant Tank is in the house. No spillage, Jeffro. I know, right? The pressure is on. The pressure is on. I'm not feeling yet. Let's see here. We want overflows. You're too attentive. Thanks, Jamie. Actual question. Getting ready to do my first scape with medium-sized rocks. Can they set directly on the bottom glass? Should I put some under them? Question mark. Thanks. I like to put substrate under the rocks, and then like a really cool way is like with medium-sized rocks, you can build like a little booster out of the rocks, and then you can put like driftwood on top of that. Like you could do 2 sets on one end of each tank. I don't know what size your tank is, but then you can make the wood kind of go this way and then that way and have it all glued to like the rocks, and then the plants can come out from between the rocks, and then you can it looks really good that way. If you watch Aqua Pros, Mike from Aqua Pros, he does really good scapes, and that's kind of how he does it, and it really looks good how the wood is going this way, and then he shows you little tricks on how to create depth in the tank, you know, so that whenever you're looking at it, it looks like that scape just keeps on going and going. All right, time to change, guys. All right. Fishy Mailman is here. I'll be lurking and listening for the sounds of failure. Yeah, thanks a lot, man. Let's see here. 53 watching. Substrate and sometimes a light diffuser for bigger rocks. Yeah, I definitely like to have something underneath the rocks. I don't like them straight on the glass. It's scary. Jeff, I want you to sell me your hoodie that is not long enough for you. I am willing to buy it from you so you can save money to buy the correct size for yourself. Hey, that's a good idea. Kind of like those jerseys that you buy online, game-worn jersey. Like I've worn that sweatshirt in videos before, so it's like a game-worn sweatshirt. Time to change. What is up, Joel? Nice to see ya. Jeremy, yep, he spilled. Let's see here. Whoa, there went the chat. That's a curse word, Jamie. He's draining, folks. Wait for the filling. Yeah, no kidding. And since there's 52 people here, you can vote to see if you have confidence if I'm going to overflow or not. There is a poll up on this stream. I'd be kind of anxious to see it after the stream is over to see what you guys think. Still got that. Jeremy, you missed it. I ate one of these live a little bit ago, and I've still got the flavor in my mouth. What is up, Mike? Nice to see ya. Annie Confetti is in the house. What is up, Annie? Nice to see ya. How's the family? I didn't think that we were actually literally at the bottom of the chat. We are. Okay. Hashtag fancy pants. Let's see here. Mad Cypress LL is in the house. What is up? John Bedker says getting rid of all them healthy tannins. Yeah, they'll bounce back. You know, like Mopani wood, it leaches out tannins really hardcore for like a whole year. This is Malaysian, but it won't last as long. And then the leaves, they will leach out tannins for quite a while too, but we're good. We'll be good. Gotta, with 400 plecos in there, I gotta do the water changes though. Kevin's Aquariums is in the house. What's up, Kevin? Put my river rock straight on the glass. It's okay. It just always kind of scares me. You know, chances are nothing's gonna happen. I have done it before, but if I have the choice, like, I like to put them on something. Ball and Dangerous says, need to go, Jeff, bedtime. Well, you have a great night. Nice seeing you in here, Dougie. Really appreciate you coming by. Jason from Fish Tropic is in the house. Jeremy, he's talking to you. Okay. All right, I need to change tanks. Alright, down to the last one. Jesse from HC Aqua is in the house. Matthew Moore Siglet says, I'm going to hang with my mermaid guys. Have a good night. Peace out, man. Dank Tanks is in the house. What's up, Dank? Loaves and Fishes says, I put my big rock straight on the glass so that my burrowing fish and snails don't get crushed on accident. That's a great idea. I would think, I've never done it this way, but I would think that you could almost like put a layer of silicone down or something when the tank is dry and put your rocks down on that too. I don't even know that that's even needed, but... did I miss the flood? Nope, Swaggy Skywalker. Still, I've got one more tank to drain. We're like 35 minutes in. Got just a little bit more, and then I'll prime up the tanks and get them going. Kevin's Aquarium says, I can't wait till I have as many tanks as you. I have 4 right now. Yeah, you say that now, but when you get a lot of them, it really turns into a full-time job is what it does. Between all of my aquariums and my YouTube channel, it really is a full-time job, and I'm not complaining. I'm just saying, like, it's a lot of work. It really is a lot of work. I have 3 nights a week that I have to do water changes. And that's just because I don't want to do water changes all in one night, you know, so you split them up where it's not as bad. And I've got like 4 or 5 planted aquariums now, and I've really upped my plant game, so there's a lot more maintenance that goes along with that as well now. And then, you know, having to cull shrimp, you know, there's always something to do when you have 40 aquariums going. There really is always something to do. I would bet you, David, on a 29 gallon, if you played your cards right and you got small enough rocks and small enough spider wood, you could probably do a rock structure on both sides and then make them kind of go like this, you know, and then some going that way. I don't know, it's just an idea. Annie Confetti says, how many tanks do you have? I've got 40 now. Yeah, 40. Yeah. I've got 36, but I've got 420 longs that I was going to set up last weekend, and I didn't get them set up. And then this weekend my daughter came. But this next weekend, I've got the place ready for them and everything, and I've got everything for them. I'm going to set up 4 new 20 longs for like Pleco breeding tanks. It's time to change. Actually, it's time to, that's the last one, so I'm going to put up the pump and get ready to start filling. Alright, I'll be right back. I'm going to turn the water on. All right, let the craziness begin. Jeff, tell us your story starting from the age 16. Yeah, nice try. He's going to get stuck telling us the story in flood. Yeah, that almost happened last week. Time to troll, folks. Mr. B's Fish and Things is here. What's up, Brandon? Ken said, oh, okay. How to nail Jello to a tree. That would be pretty tough. Jason says, hit that thumbs up. Thanks, Jason. Why would you nail Jello to a tree? Let's see here. Always trying the impossible. Yeah, no, right? I found it. It's the little info button. Yep, that's it. It's 100% yes so far. Nice. Nice. How do I grow a beard like yours? Well, I can't remember if you're 27 or 28. Trying to think how old I was when this part started really filling in. Because your beard's really thin right now, and I can remember mine being that way when I was younger. I started shaving probably when I was 13 or 14 because I didn't like the peach fuzz, and that caused me to start growing a beard earlier, facial hair anyhow. But when I first started growing my goatee, it took forever to get this little part right here to start growing together. Floodzilla. Lisa from KG Tropicals in the house. What's up, Lisa? Nice to see ya. Can you tell us about bees and flowers, Jeff? Pollination. Tell you the process of pollination. And honey and honeycombs. And the queen bee. Yeah, I could do that. Kevin says he started shaving at age 12. Jason says, Jeff, how far apart do you spread the water changes on the 50 lowboy? Evenly as you can on a 7-day week. The beard is the direct result of the hair on top. Yeah, I know, right? If I could just start growing it out and combing it over. One of my videos that I just recently did, my hair was a, ½ inch long instead of this, what, 1/8 of an inch long. And my bald spot was like shining like crazy. Because when I get to working and get hot and sweaty, my hat just comes off. I can't do it. And in the video, one time I'm like this and the camera's like right here. Oh well. Brandon says, I wish I could stop growing a beard. I'll tell you what, it's actually harder to grow a beard than it is to shave. Like, to make it nice anyhow. I get up in the morning and my beard is like, all laid over. Priscilla MK Art says, hey Jeff, are you going to Aquascaping? Just wondering, since you never show up. I'm going for sure to the one in Chicago. I don't think I'll probably go to the one in Dallas. Because it's during school, and I would probably have to take my youngest son with me, and he'd have to get out of school just for that. So probably go to the one in August because there's no school then. He'll probably be at his mom's for summer vacation, because he goes like a month altogether in the summer, so she spreads it out throughout the summer, and I'll just make sure that she has him that weekend. Alhana Tazuki says, which tank am I filling? I'm like, which one is it that I need to be watching? Okay, help me watch this tank, guys. I've been lost. I mean, we could have just overflowed and I didn't even know. Tell us about the birds and the bees and the flowers and the trees and the sky up above and the thing called love. I haven't shaved since age 12. Oh, Jimmy. John Bedker says gravity. Mile High Pleco says, when did your hair fall off your head and land on your face? Yeah, I know, right? That's exactly what happened. I had a full head of hair probably until my 30s, and actually my hairline started receding up here. Wow, that's way uneven. Like this finger was like down here and this one was up here, but my hairline started receding down here and kind of going up this way, and then just all of a sudden out of the blue, this back here just let loose. So ever since, I've just kind of kept it cut short. Every time it gets about a ½ inch long, I shave it. I am crying laughing. Someone's crying laughing. Let's see here. I am crying laughing. Oh, Priscilla. Hey, anyone here from Dallas? Jimmy saves a ton on razors. Yeah, no doubt, right? I'll be in Dallas a week from tomorrow looking for some LFS to check out. My subscriber, Adrian Castillo, has been going down to Dallas a lot. He follows me. It's called iCastillo, I think. That's who. Send me an Instagram message to remind me, and I'll reach out to Adrian. Adrian might even be there right now. Like, he's going to have to move there for work in the spring, and he's been going down there a lot. I guarantee you that kid knows where some LFS are down there. I guarantee you. So send me an Instagram message and say, hey, Jeffro, will you check out with the one guy about Dallas for LFS, and I'll get with Adrian and see what he has. We'll get you hooked up. Bam Aquatics is here. He says, hey, everyone, I'm a little late. Well, better late than never. Jason says, you don't think it would be a better idea to do them almost back-to-back to lower the TDS faster and keep the water cleaner? Longer thoughts. Right now, I don't have very much waste in the water. They're little baby plecos. I got 2 adult plecos, but it's a 50-gallon bare bottom. All the movement in the tank, the waste is getting sucked up into the filter mostly. The bare bottom, I mean, it's pretty clean. My TDS the other night, what was it? 250, somewhere around in there. I just started doing the 2 water changes a week, so I'm not really worried about it right now. But that is a good point. Allison Chain says, hello, stopping by, stinks, I cannot stay, love your streams, Jeffro. Thanks for stopping by, I appreciate that. Kevin's Aquariums, look at there, guys, we're about to overflow, aren't we? Are we talking like 4 foot 6 inches? Dallas is a fun city. It's 8:19 in India. Bangalore. Jeff is the best. Good going. Thanks, HPS Aquatics. Gonna overflow watch. Yeah, I know. It looks, on camera, it looks like it's full, but I got a little ways to go. Mikey. Well, you have plenty of time, Jamie. I was just getting ready to say, man, do I even have a Kool-Aid pitcher in here? Why would you tell him? Yeah, no doubt. Some people probably have money on this. All right, I better get over there and at least start getting serious because it's up. Well, that one went real smooth. Right there. Has anybody seen Valley Fish in the chat tonight? Is he here? Dang that Shelly tank. Yes, I love it, man. I love it. It's my first one that I've ever set up. I got a bunch of Anubias in it. I've got to edit that video, but I've got 2 different types of Java fern on a piece of Malaysian in there, and then I've got like 5 Anubias plants in there. So they might knock them all over the place because I don't have them glued down. I don't have the Anubias glued down. Just got them kind of pressed in between things. I've never kept Shellies before. I haven't ordered any yet. I'm looking at Alto Lamprologus, Compressiceps, Dwarf Sumba SPs. They're really, really nice. And right now the ones that I found are like $28 to $30 each. I know, Ken. I just about pulled the trigger this weekend, Ken, but I didn't. I don't know. I'm not in a real big hurry, but I can't wait either. Jimmy should have a wrench with the titties talk. Let's see here. Where are we at? Which tank am I filling? Okay, that one up there. Good grief. I lost my monitor for a second. Okay. Niles Seaton is in the house. What's up, Niles? English is such a difficult language. Priscilla. When are we? Oh, okay, I already read that. All right, I'm at the bottom of the chat. We're still at 100% on yes, he's going to overflow a tank. I did really good on the first one. Really, really good. HC Aqua says, yeah, Sumbas are the bomb. They really are. There are some really great images. Actually, I still probably have these. Oh, there's... Hang on a second. Did I already take it down? Okay. There we go. Look at there, guys. Those are the fish that I want to get for the shell dweller tank. They, to me, are the bomb. So nice. And I would say the one that's colored up is probably the male, and then the one that is a lighter color is the female. What do you think, Jesse? That's what I would say anyhow, but I might be backwards on it too. No need to keep track. We'll remind you when you get close. Yeah, whatever, Jamie. Whatever. Was that a lizard? Yeah, Dank Tanks texted me in the last live stream, and he sent me this video of him feeding his tokay, and I put it on here, and I forgot that that was still up. This is his like 7-year-old male tokay, and that's one of those super mealworms. Don't spill, stupid. But yeah, isn't that nice? And then I wonder if I've still got... Look at there. This video comes out tomorrow morning. The unboxing to these Plecos. So... Actually, I'm looking forward to that video. That's an ugly fish. Whatever. Whatever, Mikey. Jamie McDonald says, I think I want Shellies. Those Sumbas are nice, and I wouldn't have even known about them. But one night in the chat, people were like, well, what kind of Shellies are you going to get? And I was like, just some multis, Neolamprologus multifasciatus, you know. And Jesse's like, look up the dwarf Sumbas. And I looked those up, and right when I seen that image, I was hooked. I got to switch. Uh-oh. Close. Got it. Got him. Got fry yet? No. Yeah. Lisa from KG Tropicals brings up, Candy, aren't you getting a reptile soon? Oh, man. And Bob was so sly when he did that, too. Ken, you guys did. You guys almost had me. I'm sitting here switching to all these different screens, showing off all this stuff. And then somebody's like, was that a lizard? So then I went back to it. And then I thought, oh, my Pleco. And when I get to talking about Plecos, it's like nothing else in the world matters anymore, you know. Jamie McDonald says, Candy just got a mud skipper. Yeah, I saw that video today. That thing's beautiful. I'd like to set up like Rob from Flip Aquatics went to a guy down in Missouri's house a while back, and he had like a really cool paludarium set up, and it was really amazing. That looked like it'd be a lot of fun. Four Horsemen is in the house. Yo, what's up, brother? What's up, Four Horsemen? Bob's in trouble. Yeah, I'm gonna throw it in your tank. LOL. Okay. Mikey got glowfish in all the available colors. Are you serious? Rob Myers is in the house. What's up, Rob? Glowfish. He loves them glowfish. I think Priscilla's trying to get Mikey's attention and he's kind of ignoring her. A green glowfish, Oscar, or a purple one? Put it in my Fahaka tank, my eye plecas. Makes me wonder if the Fahaka's belly would glow. D says, I love my king snake. Anyone else? That's one thing I've never kept is snakes. I've kept turtles, frogs, and then I had a iguana once. And I think that's it. I had too many close encounters with copperhead snakes down in southern Missouri when I was growing up. Snakes freak me out. My dog was hoping for the overflow. Dang it, Kevin. I'm sorry, man. Candy says, Jeff, Trevor has glowfish. Didn't you know? No, I did not know. Last I heard from Mikey, he was having some big time issues because he's out of town. And I've sent him a couple of messages here and there, and he hasn't answered me back, but hoping all that's going good. But I highly doubt that he's got glowfish, unless his son maybe, oh, his daughter has glowfish. Okay, that makes a lot more sense. That does make a lot more sense, because I'm like, nah, that's not the Mikey I know. Not that there's anything wrong with glowfish with anybody in here, but just not my thing. And I didn't think it was Mikey's thing either. He's got too many plecos. We've been going an hour, and I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more tanks. Not doing them all tonight. I'm not doing the tins on the bottom. There's still no livestock in there. I'm not doing the crystal shrimp tank, because I usually do evaporation, and there was hardly any evaporation on it at all this week, so I'm going to leave it alone. Real low load on that tank. I mean, big time, real low load. On my shrimp tanks that are a low load, I do that quite a bit. Dang it, John, you got a good question here. I've got 4 L183, 3 males, 1 female. Best tank size for breeding. Should I just pick out just 1 or 2 of the best males to go with the 1 female? I would do that, and I would put them in a 20 long. I got to switch real quick, and then maybe we'll talk some more about it. Oh my gosh, that was a close one. This one I got to stay with it because it's a 10-gallon. All I've got in here now is my zebra Daniels that I spawned a while back. They're full-size adults now. I actually need to take them into the LFS and trade them in. Or I could feed them to my son's piranha. Like, give them a Thanksgiving. My son goes to his mom's. Thanksgiving is her holiday. I could feed him to his piranha while he's gone for Thanksgiving. Always give the dogs a special meal. I could do that for his piranha. Give him some zebra Daniels. Hopefully you guys can hear me. But yeah, John, what I would try, if I remember right, when I went and filmed your fish room, you got a bare bottom. Not that there's anything wrong with that. I mean, people spawn them in bare bottoms all the time. But I would just try maybe putting them on a gravel substrate, like a 20 long, sponge filter, maybe do a reverse trio, you know, your 2 best males and 1 female, maybe, and put them in a 20 long with some caves, and see how that goes. Can't remember what you have them in right now. Maybe you already got them in a 20 long. I can't remember. It's been like, what, 3 months ago since I've been to your house? Hey, why are they in his fish room then? Whatever. Yeah, he probably does all the water changes for him. Her little 5-gallon is in my fish room on the floor. Yeah, now Mikey's going to go down there and move the tank out of his fish room. They are fish too. They deserve a spot on the shelf, Mikey. Let's see here. They got feelings too. Oh, did you ever ask your son about those neon tetras? Yes, I did. I texted him the next morning because when I got off the live stream, it was what, 11:30, somewhere around there, 11, I can't remember. But the next morning I texted him and just basically said, hey, was live streaming from your bedroom last night on your community tank, and I noticed that the 5 neon tetras weren't in there anymore. And he said, remember we traded those into the LFS like 6 months ago? I forgot all about it. So we had traded them. He trades back and forth with the LFS all the time. Like if he sees some fish that he wants and he's lost interest in a fish, and you know, his tetras were really healthy and stuff. So yeah, I just forgot about it. Science Gal Aquatics is in the house. Hoping I get the phone call. My Pleco is in tomorrow for my birthday. Fingers crossed. Well, I hope so too. That would be awesome. I love it when I'm waiting on fish. But then there's also, like this time of the year especially, it's scary. Like Candy will tell you, she was supposed to have gotten some fish, I think Friday, and they didn't come till today. And it almost sounds like not all of them made it, but it's stressful. So hopefully yours come tomorrow, and happy birthday too. Dank is in the house again, and he says, yo, what's up, Dank? Why are you talking so slow? Yeah, I've been talking slow today. When I try to make fun of Dank, I like talk real slow. I'm like, I don't know why I'm talking so slow. You keep the glowfish in a 5-gallon? How many and how well do they do? That's not me. That's Mikey. Matt's Monster Fish is in the house. What's up, Jeff? What is up, Matt? Nice to see you. Just doing some water changes. That clearing of my throat was a lot louder than what I had originally planned. Sorry about that. Just one. It's pink. LOL. Yes, very nice, bright pink. Trevor's favorite color. Just so everyone knows, I'm down to a yearly video schedule. Yeah, no doubt. No doubt. It's one of those type of deals where it's got me feeling awkward to give Dank shout-outs anymore. Because it's like, well, go sub to his channel if you want to see a video in 2019. But in Dank's defense, I couldn't shoot all of my video and edit all of my video on my cell phone. It would drive me nuts. I wouldn't be able to see it very good. I guarantee I would make mistakes. And I'm really glad that I've got a 42-inch flat screen TV that I do all my editing on, and I can see it all real good. I can get down to the little bitty, you know, centimeter or whatever, and my editing is on a big screen. I could not go down to a phone to do it. John Bedker says, where in about They're in a 10, but just put all 4 of them in a 20 this week with caves and driftwood. May pull the worst looking male out. That's a great idea. Might as well try. Mine are getting close too. And one of these next mobile live streams that I do, I'm going to do a live stream / video. So I'm going to be shooting a video at the same time. But this is what my plan is anyhow. So on like a Friday night, drain some of the water out of my L183 tank. And really it's got to be after I get all the tanks set up. But I'm going to do a tank for the 393s, the L183s, the L182s, and maybe my super reds. I don't know though. I might wait and get some long fin super reds, because I'm going to have 4 tanks. And you know, the long fin super reds are really hot out there right now, and I've never had a long fin super red, so I'd kind of like to get some of those and get those breeding. But I am going to go to Pleco Paradise again here in a few weeks, so maybe I'll bring home some from there. Maybe I'll bring home some Hypan Cistrus. I don't know. I'm getting close on this tank over here. Hey, that was a legit question. People are always asking me what the smallest they can put glowfish in. I usually say at least 10 gallon. Yeah, but you never know. He could have had 10 of them in there, and then it's like, how many do you have in that little 5 gallon? I've got 2, oh gosh, Gardner Achille in here with the spawning mop and a little box filter, and it's a little 2.5 gallon tank. But I've got them to where they're condensed into a little area because I was having troubles getting them to breed in a 10 gallon. So I've got them down in this little 2.5 gallon now. I am gonna have to, hang on one second. Overflow, question mark. Yeah, we're getting close, John. I've got to check at least, because we're up past the plastic rim, so I can't tell. Yeah, we're there. We're there. The nice thing about it is this one could overflow, and as long as I keep my composure, you guys will never know. You guys see that? Alright, those stupid glow tanks are small. I know we can't. Whoa. Wondering if you can cross L144 long fins and super reds. I'm sure you probably could, but it would take a long time of culling to get them to ever be a really nice super red, I would say. I don't know what they do to cross to get the super reds. I know it's a man-made. I don't really know what they do to cross those, but I would say it takes a long time to get any kind of a quality super red out of them. It would take longer than it would to just buy a couple of fry and grow them out and get them to breed, I bet. Yeah, John, I'm kind of answering that question too. I don't really know. It's something like that. Mikey's in here, he might know. Or Jeremy's in here too. Maybe Jeremy knows. Whoa, whoa. Now you must eat another algae wafer. Just ask Kevin. He enjoys duckweed and rapashi. So Jeremy, Mikey, anyone in the chat know how you get a super red? What is bred to get a super red? Bubble butt, bubble butt. Dang. That is super cute. Now you are making me want a new pet. It's so stinking cute. It really is cute. I like those mud skippers actually. They're on my hit list. I wish Dank could see. Maybe he can see. It's way too super bright. Hang on a second. Man, it's way too bright. No, not going to be able to see it. So some of my vivarium plants, I've got like a moss bog on the top of my tank up around this big piece of driftwood that comes out of the tank right up here. And the moss, it's Christmas Java moss, and it's growing up the tree. And then I took a plant out of my vivarium. Wow, the focus is all messed up there. I took a plant out of my vivarium and placed it on top of that bog in a few places, like put some different clippings on it. And now it's growing and winding up into the moss and then growing up the tree and growing around the tree. It's actually pretty awesome. Mile High Pleco says, as far as I know, it's just crossbreeding and selective breeding. So it like we said, John, it'd probably take a while, but you could probably do it. It would be a lot of culling over and over and over again. It might take forever to get them where you like them. Tampa Tom says, I guess I will join you for once and do a water change. Awesome, man. Awesome. That looks like it's a light, but it's just the light behind it. It's crazy. It's like a lantern. All right, we're getting pretty close. Right there. It's so hard to point whenever you're on camera. All right, we got 51 watching. Jesse says, did you notice how skippers have permanent smiles? Question mark. Yeah, it's kind of cool. I kind of miss doing water changes, Mikey. Yeah, Mikey's on like a 3 to 4 week work venture out of state, and his whole fish room is being taken over. I think he's got a neighbor that's helping his wife out a little bit, and he's saying he's actually missing water changes. He probably is, because water changes to Mikey is like his getaway time. So that's when he goes down and watches live streams and all that kind of stuff. So I'm sure he probably does. I would miss my fish if I was gone for like 3 or 4 weeks. I really would. Like this right here, like doesn't bother me. I've never got burned out on water changes, really. Getting there. It eats from your hand. Oh, that's so cool. Alhana says, my husband is not amused by the mud skipper as pet. Who cares what he thinks, Dank says. Yeah, no kidding. Mud skippers are cool. I would love to do like a paludarium mud skipper setup. Getting close. If I remember right, I've saw some mud skippers eating like live worms and stuff like that. They put them up on the bank and then they go up there. They skip up out of the water and go over there and eat them. If I remember right. Oh, that one on camera looks like it's full, and it's the one without the rim, so it's really hard to tell. What plecos are you breeding? Right now I'm breeding, I'm actively breeding super reds. Common bristlenose. I've got common bristlenose that spit out calicos and commons and reds, and then I've got albinos that are breeding, and then I got a breeding pair of L393s, Cheese Creeks, but I haven't got those breeding yet or set them up. I got to switch. Thanks a lot, Jamie. this one, and that one, and then we will be done. 2 more to go. This one's going to be kind of hard tonight, it looks like, because it's awful bright. There I can see the water line better. When I get here, though, it doesn't show up as good. But whenever I get out of the camera, it shows better. Those long fins I got are really nice now that they're settled in. May try breeding and back breeding them to super reds. That's kind of a good idea, actually. What is up, Susie? Nice to see ya. What does it eat? Okay. Brine shrimp so far. Also, Jesse said tetra, tropical granules. Cool. Go figure. Flightless fruit flies. That's awesome. Pinhead crickets. Devin Pepper says, Jeffroz, any tips on how to clean nasty aquariums? The reason why I ask is I'm trading my friend some guppies for a 10-gallon setup, like the filter and some other stuff. Just a bunch of elbow grease, you know. If you're getting that stuff from him, you know, don't trust it, you know, just clean it all. So disinfect, go through a bunch of disinfection on the filters and stuff like that, and start from scratch is what I would recommend. And just elbow grease on the tank. And if it doesn't come clean with, you know, hot water, then there's razor blades and all kinds of different tactics you can go. There's some people that use bar soap, and there's other people that says don't use bar soap, and just start out with warm water and elbow grease. That means back and forth. And if that doesn't work, maybe go to a scraper like a razor blade. And how many guppies should I give him? So you're trading he's going to give you a 10-gallon aquarium and the filter and other stuff. Well, 10 gallons, like for used especially, you don't want to spend over $1 a gallon, you know, and lots of times they spent more than that and it's brand new, yada 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 yada. But I wouldn't spend very much on it. So if you've got guppies, maybe hook him up real nice with the guppies or something. Yeah, LOL tropical granules. That was the plan. Thanks a lot, Jamie. Vinegar gets off lime scale. Yeah, you could use vinegar. Vinegar's good. If you guys really could see really good and clear, there is a bunch of green hair algae, like this sponge filter right there. See that green hair algae on top of it? And then over here's a big wad of green hair algae. And kind of that wood is what brought the green hair algae in. And it's probably been a month or so ago, I soaked it in like some peroxide overnight, and then I just thoroughly sprayed it off, and all the green hair algae came off of it. But it had already seeded onto the filters back there and stuff, so I need to do some work on that. Science Gal Aquatic says, yeah, I usually soak in vinegar and clean with the razor blade. Alhana Tazuki says, has anyone heard from Mr. Science Geek in a while? I get him and another YouTuber that are pretty close mixed up. And I can't remember who the other one is. I think I saw Mr. Science Geek on a live stream tonight. I think he was on either Bob's or Joel's. Dank says muriatic acid if you're ballsy. 1 part bleach to 3 parts bleach for decor. Not for quite a while. How do you get rid of green hair algae? I always manually remove it, and then you can use, like we've talked about before, a little bit of peroxide, but don't go crazy with it, remember? How much hydrogen peroxide per 10 gallon? I don't know. You got to be careful. Like Eric Bodrock is the one that, I mean, he actually doses his tanks though, but there's like a certain percentage, but like you got to be careful because too much of it can hurt whatever fish you have in there. It should be out there somewhere on Google. I just don't know it off the top of my head. And Jamie says, I use Barkeeper's Friend, and then bleach on anything with hard water stains, gets them clean and disinfected. Oh boy. Alright, filter sound is changing, so it's getting me kind of worried. We gotta start doing the look. I don't know if we're gonna beat our 1 hour and a half time. I think I started at like 11 minutes and something this time. And usually when I start around the hour 10 mark, somewhere around there, it's like an hour and a half, hour and 35 minutes, and I'm done. We're at an hour and 22 minutes. So I think we've probably been water changing for about an hour and 11 minutes, somewhere around in there. Still have 48 watching. Oh, it's so funny. Yeah, at your local plant meeting, they talked about actual dosing the tank with hydrogen peroxide. Yeah, Eric Bodrock, Corey from Aquarium Co-op went and did a fish room tour with him one time, and he talked about how he doses his actual tanks. David Ulrich says, what size is that upper tank? It's a 50-gallon lowboy. I think it's 48 inches long by 24 inches deep by 12 inches tall. I think, if I remember right. John Bedker says, I do hydrogen peroxide 5 milliliters per gallon on running tanks all the time. Thanks a lot, John. Kevin's Aquarium says 33 long, question mark. Not for this one. This one's a 50. 50 lowboy, if that's what you're talking about. Jamie McDonald said Barkeeper's Friend is easily rinsed and bleach will dissipate when it dries, and prime will neutralize anything that could possibly remain. Yep. In Barkeeper's Friend, you're usually doing that on the glass anyhow, so even if there was some kind of bleach, residue, it would die within 24 hours. Priscilla says, depending on the algae species, we recommend different dosages. In the case of blue-green algae, 8 to a maximum of 15 milliliters of 3% solution of hydrogen peroxide per 50 liters of water. Thanks a lot, Priscilla. In the case of green hair algae, 25 to a maximum of 35 milliliters of the 3% solution of hydrogen peroxide per 50 liters of water. Sounds good. Booyah. David Ulrich says, that's cool. Wish I could find one like that. I kind of got lucky. I was talking about it on a live stream one night, and one of my subs reached out to me on Instagram and said they knew where there was a fish store about an hour away from me that had like 12 of them, and the price was really good too. I think I paid like $135 for it. And I'd been looking for them for a while, and I had never seen them that cheap, actually. I'm pretty sure it's a Zoom ad. Okay, I'm gonna have to, here anytime now, get up there and start watching. Turns all the algae red, dies, then gets eaten. Yep. I put my piece of wood back in there when the algae was dead on it, and everything just ate it right up. Priscilla says 50 liters is 13 gallons. So on green algae, 25 to 35 milliliters in a 13-gallon tank. That seems like a lot more than what John does. John's doing 5 milliliters per gallon. No, on a 10-gallon, that'd be 50 milliliters. So John's is a little bit more than what they're recommending. But he does it all the time. Oh boy. Okay. That was a close one. I hate having a small tank as the last one because I have to run all the way to the sink, and I'm really screwed now because this is the one that is overflowed 2 weeks in a row. Like this week, I couldn't have fit a spit more in it, and the week before, it was like overflowing on the edge. The only thing I have on my side is these 10 gallons down here on the bottom could use a little bit of top off, and there's no fish in them, so I could shoot one down there real quick if this starts to overflow. This one's going to fill up quick, so we're actually almost done. So around 1 milliliter per gallon. Almost distracted him with math. Yeah, no kidding, right? Ay, ay, ay. That one up there and this one right here have been the two culprits to almost get me. Oh my gosh. I didn't realize how full. I wish you guys could really see a clear image of this 40-gallon breeder. I mean, it is right at the edge. I didn't realize how full I got that one. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, that is like right up to the rim. David Ulrich says, I just spot spray with peroxide, put it in a spray bottle, and you can spray it underwater. I have spot sprayed as well. Like, if I see a piece of driftwood or something like that that has it on it, when the water level gets below it, I just spray it on it, and then, you know, fill the water back up. Yeah, that's a good idea, Priscilla. I think you'd be fine. I mean, from the way it looks like it'd be just fine. Oh my gosh. In that picture right there, all I seen was this corner right here, and I thought for sure that I was overflowing. John Bedker says, good for blackbeard algae. Eric Bodruck does 3 milliliters per gallon for a parasite he has in his water source. You're right. That's exactly right. But it will kill all the green hair algae while it's at it, if he had any. Which he does a lot of bare bottom stuff, so I doubt. He does a lot of simple stuff. His is a breeding operation, you know. Like, he doesn't mess around with all that other stuff. Oh boy. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Wow, this tank fills up so quick. Alright guys, I'm going to go shut her down. Alright, Dank, are you still in the house? If you are, say, si senor or something. I need you to do something for me. Are you gonna have anything? Dankle. Mikey. Oh, that's still turned. I'm like, why the heck am I not centered here? Alright, we're at the bottom of the chat. Are we still live? All right. Priscilla or John, are you guys still here? You guys have my number. I want you guys to do a screenshot thumbnail for me and send it to me, and I'll change the thumbnail after the stream. I thought my boy Dank would still be here. Not sure 100%. Guess it's safe for humans but not fish. Aquarium Co-op has a fish room tour of Eric's place. They talk about it in the video. Yeah, I remember that. So Priscilla or Dank, either one of you there can do a screenshot for me. Tell me yes, and then tell me when you're ready. Okay, Priscilla, hang on a second. Let me grab one and act like I'm putting it in my mouth, I guess. I just don't want to go back in the video and screenshot it, so. It's so hard to do that live because I don't know. I can't hear you say, okay, I got it, or I didn't get it. Now I put it away, and you'll probably say, I didn't get it. Will you do it again? And she'll troll me over and over again. It would have been worse if it would have been Dank. Dank's probably asleep on the couch right now. Tampa Tom says, hey, Jeff, I tried to send you an email. Did it work? It says it didn't send. I did not get one. So I will put my email in here again. Jeff, I wondered about that the other night because I got one from Ken Amy, but I never did get one from you. Make sure that's exactly it. That's my email. All right, cool. She didn't get it. Do it again. Yeah, I know. I know. She'll send it to me here in a little bit, and then I'll show you guys what it looks like. All right. Alrighty, let's see here. David Ulrich says, my Wi-Fi was messing up. Tampa Tom says, it's probably my phone's fault. I'll try again. Thanks. Dank with the middle finger. LOL. I only asked your name for like 30 seconds. We got a 15-second delay. I was just wanting you to do a screenshot, but Priscilla got it for me. Because I did actually eat, and it won't be clickbait, I did actually eat a algae wafer at the beginning of the stream, and I wanted to get a thumbnail for the video, or for the live stream. We saw what it looked like. It was really funny. Yeah. Here it is. Yeah, you guys saw it already. We were watching it live, dumb butt. That is a good one. Thanks, Priscilla. In case you guys didn't see that. That's pretty funny. Oh my gosh. I really did, not clickbait. Okay, thanks, Priscilla. Well, we're at the bottom of the chat, so do you guys want to go another 25 minutes or so, or do you guys want to call it quits? Nobody's talking. Everybody must be doing water changes. Yeah, Jamie says 15-second delay so you can edit out water spilling. No kidding, right? Dank Tank says, my bad. It's okay, Dank. Just got out work and talking with the woman. No problem. Ken Amy says, bedtime. See everyone later. Have a good night. Thanks for coming along tonight, Ken. I really appreciate it. And you have a great night. And we'll see you on Thanksgiving night at 8 p.m. Central. Tampa Tom, of course, says keep going. Joel says keep going. Dank says lols. Joel says like keep going. Lisa C is in the house. Hi all. What's up, Lisa C? Nice to see you. Priscilla says, I just dumped a whole gallon jug of hydrogen peroxide in my Fahaka tank. The Anubias have green algae. Light was on for 5 days while I was at AE. Oh, yeah. She didn't really put a gallon in there, guys. But I think you should go all night. God, I can't do that. If I went all night, my 13-year-old and my 16-year-old, they'd still be up when I got out of this. I got to get them to bed here after a little bit. All the shrimp are out tonight. Cool. Candy says, Jeff, you're on a roll. Can you come do my water changes? Oh, man. Sounds like you have got some complicated ones, though. Because if I remember right, you told me one time you've got saltwater tanks, if I remember right. I might be wrong, but I'm pretty positive. Ay. Plus, that would be quite a drive, too. Yeah, I'll keep going until... I'll go to the top of the hour. How about that? And then I'll have to get off. Because I had 30-minute break in between, not like I was doing anything, but watching the live streams. But I watched Joel's live stream, and then we had a 30-minute break. And then I got on Bob's live stream, and then kind of the last 15 minutes of Bob's live stream, I was getting this ready. So 10 o'clock would be a good time to take off and relax. Tampa Tom says, Jeffro, do you have a motorcycle? I do not have a motorcycle. I've wanted one for a long time, but I like to spend money on fish tanks and stuff too much. So I could probably buy a motorcycle, but I probably wouldn't use it that much, honestly. I probably really wouldn't. I could see myself after the boys graduate and get out on their own, getting on a motorcycle with the backpack and going down to southern Missouri and visiting my mom and running around, you know, down there in the Ozarks and stuff. Like take the scenic route and go down through the Lake of the Ozarks and stuff like that. Sunshine Aquatic says, wow, the chat is still going. Sweet. Yep, that's one thing about my live streams, Sunshine, is my live streams hardly ever have any dead spots. I mean, there's usually people here wanting to chat the whole time. I don't ever remember one that really was dead. I can't really remember one. This one seems to be one of those where during the exciting times, people aren't lurking as much. But I know some nights there's got to be some lurkers. I can't even remember how many we had tonight altogether. It seems like maybe it got up to high 50s. I know it was in the 50s, but... David Ulrich said that's a long ride. Not too bad. Like, with me, the way it works is I drive for a living. So, like, on any given day, I could go 3.5 hours before I get to my first stop. Like, I've got some AEA schools that call on me that are a long ways off, that there's not anyone in their area that can handle pediatric rehabilitation chairs and stuff. So I have to go up there 3.5 hours. Like, well, there was one that I went 4.5 hours to this year. So if you think about that, that's a 9-hour drive without the work that I did while I was there. So on that one, I was there for like 2 hours setting up this chair. Actually, I drove down once and met with the therapist and the family and the kid and measured him all out and everything. So that was a 10-hour day that day for just that one customer, one trip there, an hour for the evaluation, and then 4.5 hours back. So that was a 10-hour day, just that. And then when I went to deliver it, it was an 11-hour day. Dank says, I wanted one simple for work travel. Yeah, the scooters actually get you good gas mileage too. Like, I look like a big dweeb on my son's Ruckus though. My son's got a Honda Ruckus, and that thing would get like 80 to 90 miles to the gallon. It would be better if it was in a bigger city, but haha, look at what she sent you, Jeff. Uh-oh. Oh my gosh. Look at that, guys. Oh, it's not focusing. Too much of a glare. It's not focusing. That one probably could be the thumbnail. That possibly could be the thumbnail. Joel G NZ says ruckus. Yep. When my son was like, before he turned 14, I bought him a Honda Ruckus, and then whenever he was 14, he got into a really bad, severe wreck with it. He was leaving school, and there was a car parked alongside the road, and this girl was in this parked car with her car shut off, talking to kids across the street, and she started up her car and did a U-turn right in front of my son as he was going down the street, and he hit her driver's side door, full impact with his leg, and then his head and his neck went through the back glass of her car, and it cut his neck up really bad. He had 2 brain bleeds, he had a severe concussion, then he had a great big gash across his head, and he had a gash across his chest, and then he had a compound fracture of the fib and the tib. His leg, where the shin bone is, was like this when I walked up on him on the scene. His leg was just flopping. He was in the hospital for 3.5 weeks, somewhere around in there. But he wasn't wearing a helmet, and I was one of those dads that didn't want to make their kids wear a helmet, you know. But then after his accident, he wanted to get another one, so I went and bought him another one, and he wore a helmet, and he drove it all the way until he got his driver's license, and now he drives my Jeep all the time. Dank said rainbow about something out there. No telling what he thought it was. Oh, my thumbnail. He doesn't approve of my thumbnail. Well, I'll use it and say Dank told me to do it or something in the thumbnail. I was looking at Plecos a little bit ago and found one called a Sunshine Pleco. I have seen those before, but I can't really remember what it was. Thought about putting something in your mouth. Oh God, Priscilla. Oh my God. Ouch, that sucks. Dang. OMG, that poor kid. Yeah, it was bad. Actually, he was in every sport that you could think of. He was in, like, he's always been on student council. He's always been in choir, in orchestra, in band. He's always been involved with way too much. But he was in baseball, football, basketball. You know, last year they went to the state championship game and he wasn't even able to be on the team anymore. You know, like whenever he broke his leg, it got rid of, like, they cleared him for sports, but they told him if you play football and you get hit one time, it's going to be worse than what a normal concussion is, you know? So it could cause you future problems really bad. So he decided to go ahead and not play football anymore. And he was going to play baseball, but he's a catcher and he has to squat and all that kind of stuff. And he just didn't feel like he could be competitive. Like he didn't have good push off that leg anymore. So now he's in jazz band, winter drum line, you know, your regular marching band. He's still in student council. Now he's in dance with his girlfriend. His girlfriend talked him into doing that, you know, those dance competitions that they do where the girls are like cheerleaders or whatever and the guys are out there dancing with them and stuff. So he's in that this year. It just is what it is. But yeah, helmets are a must. If he would have been wearing a helmet and he wouldn't have got the brain bleeds and the heavy concussion, they would have been able to start on his leg a lot sooner. They had to wait 24 hours to do his surgery on his leg because he had some swelling on the brain and they were afraid they were going to have to do brain surgery, and that came first. You know, they couldn't put him under to do his leg surgery until they got the brain stuff under control. So it was really, really, really scary. Like, but everybody told me that they couldn't believe how calm I was when I walked up on the scene. But I think the biggest reason why is I was like, I wish that I could trade places with my son. I know there's some people in the chat right now that would do the same thing. When your kids are sick or there's something wrong with them, I really literally looked into his eyes and he needed me so bad. He looked so vulnerable. I walked up on him and he's trying to stand up on that leg. And he was just in complete, just not even there, you know. And I wished so bad that I could have traded places with him. So now, um, you know, he's a biker for life. Like, the first chance he gets, he's going to get him a motorcycle and up into the big boys instead of the scooters, you know. I mean, he's a biker for life. I'm shocked, you know. I told him, you know, you don't have to get another bike if you don't want to, you know, but he always wears a helmet now. Like, it wasn't even a complaint with him, you know. Sunshine Aquatic says, I would trade in a heartbeat. Yeah, definitely. Definitely. It was a crazy experience. Actually, for a long time, like at the very beginning, I didn't have no time to be worried about my feelings and yada, yada, yada. But for a long time, that accident, like I got lucky because that day I was officing from home here and the school is only like 10 blocks away. And his best friend, well, one of his best friends was walking on the sidewalk and saw it happen and called me instantly. And I got there before the ambulance, sheriff, anybody got there. And like the next day, I was asking the lady that went back from the hospital to get my van and the scooter. I asked her, I said, did I shut the van off? And she goes, no, it was still running. So when I got up there, I just slammed it in park and just went running down to him. But it was spooky for a long time with me. Like, I would play it back in my head because it's one of the freakiest things in the world to come walking up. You know, you see those sports injuries. Like Alex Smith for the Redskins yesterday had an injury exactly like my son's leg. And whenever you see someone's body, like you ever see those guys and they got a broken finger and it's like pointed the wrong way. Well, that's the way my son's leg was. You know, it was like snapped in half, you know. Now, it wasn't, I did say compound fracture earlier. It wasn't compound where the bone was sticking out of the skin. But to me, that's almost worse because all that damage of that sharp bone is doing to the inside. But both of the bones were a complete fracture. They were broken in half and dangling, you know. And that's, you don't ever want to see your kid going through that. It was freaky. For a long time, it really bothered me. And now, even right now, thinking about it, you just kind of have to shut it out. Because he did, you know, I am blessed that he had a 100% full recovery. He just can't play sports anymore, you know. Which there's other things to life than high school sports, you know. Alhana Tazuki says, I can't handle leg injury talk. Yeah, I know. Ugh, injuries suck. Yep. David says, yes, a helmet. We don't have helmet law, but I still wear one. When your kids are hurt, you do whatever you need to do. Yeah, we don't have a helmet law here either. And it really stunk too because that first winter, whenever he started wearing his helmet, he was at a football game and he left his helmet and his gloves on his scooter and someone stole his helmet and his gloves off of his scooter. I was like, are you kidding me? You know, so I had to buy him another helmet. But that's like, you know, most of the time scooters are a kid's, you know, and you're stealing a helmet from a kid. Kind of pathetic. All right, we got about 10 minutes left. I do want to talk about tomorrow's video because we do still have 38 people watching. Make sure and check out tomorrow's video. I'm pretty proud of how it turned out. It's maybe, you know, there's some dead spots in it whenever I'm unbagging the fish, but I tried my best to cut out some of the real dead spots. I think the video flows really good, but my Cheese Creek L393 Pleco unboxing video is tomorrow. And the coolest part about this video is how I acquired the Plecos. It's really, really fun and awesome, and you got to check it out. It really was a good clip that we got from there. I didn't bring my camera with me, but Jeremy had somebody video from his phone me getting my plecos, and we were at Pleco Paradise, so it's pretty cool. Mortal Slayer 82 says feeding some super reds. Awesome. How them plecos doing, man? I was thinking about that the other day. Priscilla says my Fahaka couldn't care less about the hydrogen peroxide. Works with scaleless fish too, I guess. Awesome. Dank Tank says mozzarella river plecos. Yeah, the other night I was calling them cheesecake plecos. Yeah, Candy said it. Cheesecake. Cheesecake plecos. All right, so tomorrow is the Cheese Creek Pleco unboxing. It's really exciting. Right whenever I start the unboxing, I go to the clip. And then Thursday night, which is Thanksgiving night, I don't know how long I'll go. It doesn't matter for me how long I go, but you know, with people with family, you never know. There might not be a very big turnout, but I am going live Thursday night at my regular time, 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. Yeah, so we'll go here for another 7 minutes or so. Kevin says all the plecos are doing great and getting big. Awesome. I know Mary, RNH2O, she got some of my albinos, and they're getting really big too. And I took some super reds the other day to my LFS, and he texted me about an hour later and said he had them sold before he even got them out of the bags. He had never got super reds from me before, so he's pretty excited about them. I did have a new clutch this week, and I put a clutch in last week in here, and then I probably got like 15 or so in there, so I'm getting built back up on my super reds. I sold almost all my super reds out, but I'm getting built back up on those. Sunshine Aquatic says plecos are the reason why I got back into fish keeping after so long. My sister loved plecos. Yep. I've always liked plecos, but when I started keeping bristlenose plecos, that's when I really got into it really heavy. Sunshine Aquatics, yes I do. I've got heat packs, and I have shipped once since it got cold up to Pennsylvania, and we did good. We had 30-degree temperatures overnight that night, and we did really good. So yeah, I would be able to. And if you want to figure out any of that, if you've got an Instagram, right here, excuse me, right here's my Instagram. Send me a message on Instagram. I've got the calicos that I've got are already spoken for, but I've got common bristlenose, I've got albino bristlenose, and I've got super red bristlenose. David Ulrich says, I love the super reds, but they are real expensive around here. Mine aren't too bad, so if you're looking for some, let me know. Like I said to Sunshine, let me know here. Just send me a direct message, and if you guys don't have Instagram, go to my About section on YouTube, and in my About section down at the bottom it says for business, and it's like my email. Click on that and it will give you my email. Yeah. Alhana Tezuki, there are calico plecos. Yes, a calico pleco is like a mixture between a super red and a common bristlenose. So most of the time the body is predominantly red, and then it's got some blotches of common bristlenose here and there. Sunshine says, I want to breed bristlenose. I might need to pick your brain a bit. No problem. I've been doing it a while, so no problem. Priscilla just linked my Instagram. Frankie Foundation said, hey, what's up, Jeffro? I just got home from my fish auction and meeting. Awesome. Hopefully you had a good time. We got done with water changes about 20 minutes ago or so, and I said I would hang out to the top of the hour. So we got a little less than 4 minutes left. And yeah, I bet you had a good time, actually. Got some cribenzas, awesome, and plants, cool. Okay, I think I've seen one like that at PetSmart. Cool. Yeah, I like the calicos. I wouldn't have sold these, but someone that I know reached out to me a while back. I think I've only got 2 or 3 of the babies, and they've been waiting a while because I did have them growing out in a 10-gallon tank, and when those that person reached out to me, I went ahead and put them up here in this low boy, and now they're getting closer. There's probably about 2 more weeks left, but they're already spoken for. I think I've only got like 2 or 3 left. Mortal Slayer 82 said my club's bigger plant auction is next month. Man, I would love to go to a plant auction. Like the first time I went to a fish auction, I didn't realize how many plants were going to be there, and that was actually one of the bigger highlights for me was the plants, because I've just been into buying plants lately. Jamie says, I'll look you up for shipping in the spring. I could use a few Plecos for a few of my tanks. Awesome. Yeah, I've usually always got them, for sure. David Ulrich says, talk about a little bit of everything on this channel. Yeah, no kidding, right? I do kind of, like, you'll hear people out there say, well, his channel, I don't know that people are saying this, but his channel, they hardly ever have any fish talk, on their live streams. There's some people that just want to have a strict topic on their live stream and everything, and I'm the channel that you come to hang out and let loose and not just have a strict little, like on Thursday nights I like to do a Q&A. Okay, so that's the night when we all get together and we hang out on the live stream and we chat about all kinds of things on the live stream, but whenever it's named Q&A, people do throw up some questions, and I put those as priority on that night. Saturday night is just all out hangout, we just hang out. And then on Monday nights we hang out, but we have a lot of fun trying to make fun of me and see if I can overflow some tanks on the water changes. And it's been a pretty good 3 live streams. I like the way it's set up and the way it's going and everything. But yeah, my channel, I've got live bears, I've got like 5 different types of endlers. I've got a couple of different guppy strains. I've got swordtail strain. I've got a big colony of platies. I've got like 6 different types of bristlenose, 6 or 7 different types of bristlenose plecos. My son's got a community tank with all kinds of different fish in it. I've got like 5 different kinds of shrimp. Yeah, so it's just kind of all over the place. Otter Creek Aquatics is in the house. Yo, what up, Jeffro and the fish heads? What's up, Otter Creek? Dank says, make fun of me. LOL. Yeah, no kidding, right? This is a bunch of friends hanging out talking fish heads like that. That's a tank. Oh, that's a dank evasion tactic. He knew I would say make fun of him. Yeah, exactly. I went to first auction and got 5 baby angelfish for $5. Yeah, that's the other nice thing about going to auctions is, like, I was hoping, I had Jeremy, he went to the Ohio Cichlid Association big annual auction. I think it was the 24th annual auction this weekend, and I really wish that I could have went to it. But anyhow, I thought for sure he was going to be able to find me some of those dwarf Sumbas, and I was banking on it because out on the streets they're like $30 a piece, and I'm like thinking, God, if I wanted to get 10 of those, that's $300, And I thought, man, if he could get a bag of them at that auction, I guarantee you at an auction. But some of those nicer fish, the specialty fish, they go for big at the auctions too. So I could see a bag of 10 of those bringing $300 at an auction. Otter Creek Aquatics says, what types of endlers do you have? I've got red bar endlers, I've got black bar endlers, I've got lime green endlers, I've got blue star endlers, and I've got rainbow tiger endlers, and then I've also got a new one that I'm calling white rainbow tiger endler. This summer, my rainbow tiger endlers out in the summer tubs shot out a bunch of, they're not albino because they don't have red eyes, but their bodies look albino, but you can see the iridescent rainbow pattern behind them, and they're amazing. I only ended up with like 2 females and like 30 males. So I've got 1 female and 1 male ever since they were fry, in a 10-gallon tank with a bunch of guppy grass. She's big and pregnant right now, and I'm waiting to see what their fry is going to look like. If there's some white ones in there and some dark ones in there, I'll just start a culling process and keep on culling and culling and culling. But I think I'm going to be able to end up with kind of a subspecies of the rainbow tiger endler. Dank's got some, Priscilla's got some, and yeah, I've got some lime green endlers, Priscilla, and they're really nice. But the white, I'm calling them white rainbow tiger endlers because they're not albino. Their eyes aren't red. My eyes are black on mine, but they are gorgeous, man. I mean, it's like an albino fish with this rainbow iridescent tiger behind it. You know, it's like one way angle. You look at them and it looks like an albino fish, but then when the light hits it, you see that rainbow pattern kick out there. They're really nice. Yeah, these aren't really albinos though. They're like an albino without white or without red eyes. I don't know how to explain it. I have some too. Boom, I'll take a box of all of them. Well, I'm gonna try to get it to where they shoot it all the time. You know, I'm gonna try to get it to where they're always shooting it out. You know what I mean? Like, I'm gonna try for it anyhow. Do you have any rainbow tigers for sale? Yes, I definitely have. I've got tons of rainbow tigers. So Otter Creek, just like everybody else, if you want to hit me up on Instagram, I'll tell you how much, you know, what you're looking for, like if you're just looking for males or if you're looking for trios or what you're looking for. But I've got adults, I've got fry, I've got a 40-gallon breeder full of rainbow tiger endlers. Benoxky says, I am late. Good evening, everyone. That was a happy accident, Lucas knows. Yes, I know. Lucas has got Generation 2 Rainbow Tiger Endler going on right now, too, but they're not white, but they're nice. We are over the 2-hour mark. Yeah, Mikey says, holy crap, you're still alive? I'm going to really have to get off here, guys. It's been fun. The water change live streams are actually fun. I enjoy them. So, don't forget, tomorrow morning, my unboxing of the L393 Cheese Creek Bristlenose Plecos. It's a really cool video. I mean, I'm not going to lie to you guys. There's 40 people watching. I won these Plecos through a game of rock, paper, scissors. And I've got the video, and it's in there. And you got to just check out the video. It's awesome. So make sure and show that video some love. Like it, share it, yada, 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 yada. And then we'll see you again here Thursday night at 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. If you guys can't make it Thursday night, hope you all have a great, happy Thanksgiving. And everybody else that wants to hang out with me on Thanksgiving, we'll see you then. And thanks for hanging out with me tonight. Peace out, y'all. Yeah, Mikey shows up and I'm out of here like, bye, Mikey. Bye, Mikey.